Whether or not you do Pilates, there is a good chance that push-ups are an important part of your workout routine, but they don't do a lot of good unless you have correct form, which is what we're going to cover today. Ian from Clarity Pilates is our push-up guru, so he's going to be demonstrating for us this video. We're going to start with some really basic exercises that are good for every level and then move into some more advanced variations. So first we'll come to all fours, and you're going to make sure you have your shoulders stacked right over the wrists and the hips are right over the knees, so you have good alignment in your joints. And then we're going to start with just some simple arm rotation. So all that means is you rotate so that the pit of your elbow moves a little bit inward and then a little bit outward. And this is really an amazing massage for the inside of the shoulder joint, but it's also going to help build your proprioception and your awareness. You're going to keep your abs really pulled in the whole time and just practice a few of these simple shoulder rotations while you keep the top of your head really stretching long. So we're moving a little bit, practicing a long spine, strong stomach, and then we're opening up the shoulder. Awesome. And then let's just sit back in a little child's pose so that we can take pressure off the wrists. And then we'll come back to all fours. Let's do just one or two more of those elbow rotations for practice. And then when you find the place that you're most strong, which is going to be with the elbows kind of pressing a little bit forward, external rotation, you're going to press your right leg back in space and just feel length. Heel to crown of head. Breathe and pull the stomach in. Feel strong as if you could float up into a plank at any moment. And then go ahead and do that same thing on your second side. Nice. Fold that knee back in so you're on all fours again. Take another little child's pose to take pressure off your wrist and stretch out your back. Excellent. Now we're going to come into our all fours again. Do just a couple more of those shoulder rotations to make sure the elbow pits are pointing forward. And then we're going to lower and lift from the scapula. So you can watch Ian. It's a little bit weird to do at first if you're not used to it. Basically, you're going to sort of collapse between the shoulder blades and then push the ground away to press up between the shoulders. And you'll see Ian's not really moving most of his spine here. He's just going down and up. And then when your shoulder blades are pressed up, see if you can come in and out of a plank a couple times. So we're just going to briefly hold, kind of test our strength here, and then come in and out. Yeah, awesome, everyone. So elbow pits are rotated forward, scapula are pressing up, tall. We're going to hold our plank now and see if you can just breathe. Maybe do a couple more of those elbow rotations, those scapular shrugs to really solidify your position, build some of that micro strength that we need. Awesome. And then go ahead and sit back on your heels. Really, really nicely done. Whew. Okay, let's come on to fists now, just so that we can give the wrists a little break. And we're going to come into our position. So again, scapula is up, shoulders rotated forward, and then we're going to bend and straighten the elbows just a little bit, making sure we don't dip the neck. So you can see here, Ian's kind of demonstrating what not to do. He's not collapsing in his low back. He's not going to shrug his shoulders. Really, all we're doing in a push-up is pushing up, bending the elbows, and then straightening them. Anything more than that is going to break your form. So even if you have to do a small range of motion, if you haven't built up to the full range Ian is demonstrating, you can still do this, but you just want to make sure that everything stays really strong and solid. Awesome. Let's all take a little pike pose up to stretch out like a little downward facing dog. And then we're going to return to our child's pose just to reset the wrists. Really excellent job. So Ian's going to show us now what that might look like if you were to do a smaller range of motion, because I know it's helpful to see. So he finds his great form in his push-up, and then you can see he just bends and straightens a little bit. And nothing else in his body changes. It's just the elbows bending and then pushing up with a lot of strength. And if this is too advanced for you right now, that's okay. You can always just hold a plank. I promise you'll build strength up over time. Really excellent. Now let's just do a little prep for the rest of the Pilates push-up, which is going from our plank to a little pike. We're going to cover this transition in our next video. And then let's sit back on the heels And that is it for today. You are all done. You are primed for your perfect push-up. If you have any questions, go ahead and join us in our mat class. Ian teaches a class for athletes that covers a lot of this in more detail, and you can ask him your questions live. And then if you enjoy free videos like this one, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you'd like to see next. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on the mat.